Pittsburgh Steelers fans, thanks for joining us for another Wednesday night episode of the Pump Your Brakes podcast. You know who the trifecta is. I'm your boy Tate in the building. We got mad respect for the homie, the little fella, Big G. Why you want respect, Big G?
We're going to talk about it in a minute, Tate. Just don't worry about it. You're going to put some respect on my name tonight on this show. I mean that, bro. So let's go.
On Big G or on the Steelers?
On everybody that's associated with Steeler Nation. We've been trying to tell you all year. We got our QB1. Let's go. Let's do what we do.
And the triple OG, you know him, the homie, Shannon White. Shannon, what's happening, man?
I was telling you before we got started, we got a little inclement weather here. Tornadoes, which we don't have tornadoes in West Virginia, hardly ever. So, but if we got a little signal issue, at some point, everybody will know what's going on.
Okay. So, as everybody can see, if you're looking at us on YouTube right now, we got another person here tonight, a special guest. There you go. Shannon pointing to the homie Brian Hanley. Brian, what's up, man?
What's happening, man? I am glad to be here and talk about Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
We happy to have you, man. I'm gonna let our listeners know a little bit about you, then come back to you and let you update whatever information I have that you want to update, clarify. Plug yourself now at the beginning in case you got to step out of here.
I got you. Well, okay.
So Brian used to work for Kansas City Sportsnet. He played basketball at Xavier University. He played football at Kansas State in the Big 12, and he was on the Cincinnati Bengals practice squad. So I'm just going to read this real quick. Brian played one season of D1 basketball at Xavier University in 94 to 95. He then transferred to Coffeyville Community College, where he became the #1 JUCO player in the country in football. Brian transferred to Kansas State and was a 2-year starter in 97 and 98 at left guard. He signed as an undrafted free agent in 1999 with the Bengals. So that's my quick bio that I threw together about him and how I met Brian. He has his own channel that he does Steeler stuff on. I was just, down that rabbit hole, the Steeler podcast. Watched him a couple shows, liked it, reached out to him via social media. We connected, talked, communicated, and asked him, say, hey, we love to have you stop by and join us on a Pump Your Brakes podcast or anything we do on the Steel Curtain Network. So, Brian, from there, bro, I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, man. First of all, thank you guys again for giving me the opportunity. I've been a Steelers fan for my entire life. I don't even know why. Like, my brother wasn't a Steelers fan. My dad wasn't a Steelers fan. But I'll give y'all this. The reason I call it Steelers Almighty is because I say God touches Steelers fans. He reaches out and touches us. He touches me. He touches you. He touches all of us. It's a burden being a Steelers fan, man. It's a burden. He don't touch God don't touch everybody. Well, it's a privilege. That's how I call it that, man. That's why I call it that.
Yeah, so for context, this podcast is called Steelers Almighty.
Yeah, so Steelers Almighty.
Everybody on here listening, look for it, check it out, and give it a look and a subscribe.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. We started the channel in April of this year, man. I got a ton of feedback. I got a guy that does all my graphics for me. The guy's my best friend. I've known him for almost 30 years. We work well together. We don't always get along, but I don't think you have to always get along. Like I said, he's my best friend. I talk to him every day. He does all the graphics for me. He keeps me in line. But the more important thing is I love talking Pittsburgh Steelers football. I just love it. I love it.
Hey, man, this is my brother from another mother, bro. This me and this dude's story, our lives can lay on top of each other, man.
Yeah.
This is bananas. I'm with it, though. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys.
Definitely. Shannon, you got anything to say, man?
No, it's just I'm enjoying the camaraderie and I love the passion. I like the spirit. As he said, it's a family, and he's going to fit in great with our community.
Facts.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tate, Don't forget, we got a super chat all the way at the beginning. Somebody jumped in and gave us the 5 binkers right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
I saw that. Off the bat, give us the 5 binkers. We appreciate you. Automatic.
I'm scrolling. Keep me up there. This the Steeler Reaper.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brian, you want to go ahead and read that comment for us, man?
Yeah, absolutely. May miss the show live, so just wanted to report on the game. Great effort all around. Crowd was super loud throughout. Super time. PYB rocks. Yeah, it does rock. It does rock.
Thanks, man. Steelers Reaper. Thanks for the super chat, man. Thanks for the $4.99, man. Shout out to you when you watch this. When you watch this on tape delay, man. We really appreciate you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going on. Well, you know,
we got a lot of people in the live chat. It's lit up, Tate.
Yeah, shout out people. So Afton, if you see her in our live chat, Brian, she's a huge Kansas State fan.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Die hard.
Oh, okay.
She's one of our best followers and listeners. She never misses a show. That's Wednesday and Friday and all, because you know Steel Curtain Network does shows every day of the week.
Right.
So yeah, so a lot of these people are always here every day.
Okay, another Kansas State fan. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. Now that's my thing. I'm a Steelers fan, but I love K-State too. Now I went my real squad in college, and we can just skip past this real quick. It's just I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, so I'm a diehard Louisville fan. Hey man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I got a cousin-in-law that played at Louisville. That got his number retired there, and he played for Tony Dungy and the Colts back in the early 2000s. And Anthony Floyd, he was a safety.
Yeah.
He was on our Know It Alls podcast. We had him and Ray Jackson from the Fab Five. We had them on together talking about NL with me and Tate Boy Fresh and my boy Ma.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah,
I remember Anthony Floyd.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's family. So everybody in the live chat, you know how we do it. We're gonna cut away for a quick break, real quick. Just take a pause. We have to pay some bills not for our audio side of the podcast, but you know we're just gonna take a quick 10-15 second pause, and we'll be right back, and we'll get into the ball of it all.
No doubt, Tate. Diddy. No doubt, Diddy. Oh, I'm calling it right now, right off the back. Where am I?
No Diddy.
No Diddy, no doubt, bro. I'm calling on you. Come on, man. Stop that language. You know, you're already in trouble. Let's go to the commercial. We'll go to commercial. Let's go.
We're gonna take this quick break. And we're back on the Pump Your Brakes podcast. Let's slam them real quick. Now we back ready to talk about football. I don't want Big G to get the no Diddy on me again. So fellas, let's just talk about some stuff that's happened. Mr. Matrix, Lord. Man, the homie Claude Bishop, another every night listener, Brian. Steelers Almighty. Oh, so he checks you out already.
Yeah.
Steelers Almighty is a great show. Do we be saying crazy stuff on your live chat?
A little bit, not too crazy, man. Not too crazy.
We when people say
king of the Matrix over here, he's a king of the Matrix.
When people say crazy stuff, we got this thing called the Matrix, and we put them in the Matrix. and Claude is not the mayor; he's the governor of the Matrix.
Yes. He rules with a strong hand. He rules with a strong hand over there, man.
Steelers Almighty is a great show, and Big G, Justin Fields is playing well, and slow down a little with your overreacting butt.
I want to put him in so bad, man. I want to put him in so bad right now, man.
Hey, well,
give him a pass. Give him a pass, man.
He's actually coming around because we told him about Justin Fields way back in February and March. They made the trade. He didn't want it.
Tate, we told everybody about Justin Fields. And I remember I couldn't tell nobody. I knew already what was going to happen, and I couldn't tell nobody. But we knew what time it was. And we pumped it out here first on Steel Curtain Network and PYB, bro. Give us our credit.
Thanks for the super chat, Claude. Big G and Shannon, we talked about this. I said it's going to happen. Big G don't think it's going to happen, but I think the Steelers are going to make a trade sometime before the end of October for a wide receiver.
Man, Tate, man, come on, man.
You don't think so, Steve?
I'm going to let them talk first, man, because I got something to say about it. But go ahead, Shannon. Go ahead, Big B. Y'all say what y'all got to say about this topic, man.
Well, I think, like we talked a little bit on the Steeler hangover on Monday, I think the Steelers are not desperate. They're going to get Roman Wilson, maybe even this week. I believe he's going to really contribute. I think being that wide receiver too, being such a good blocker, I think he's going to address some of the issues that they've had and needs that they've had through the first two games. They played a little better, of course, against the Chargers. But with teams falling out of the playoffs, and we've seen some bad football out of a few teams right now, that they've got some talented receivers that might become available. And if the price is right, I think Khan might pull the trigger. But it will have to be a team-friendly situation. And, with future years on these deals and not just a one-year rental, because they really don't need another receiver that badly. They just need to utilize the offense and the weapons they already have, which they finally started to do Sunday.
Yep. I totally agree. The thing about an Arthur Smith offense, if you go back to the Tennessee days, that had A.J. Brown, but you don't need to have a great number 2 receiver. You just need options. Wherever those options come from, that's what you need. And the Steelers have some options. I agree on the Roman Wilson. I was saying it from day one. He will be the best wide receiver 2 that we have. Now, having said that, I wouldn't be opposed if the Steelers went out and got a DeAndre Hopkins for a 6th or 7th round pick, or Christian Kirk for a 6th or 7th round pick. I wouldn't be opposed to that. But if it's a 5th round or above, I'm not doing that. The Steelers got other needs down the road. No reason to give up draft capital for that. I just wouldn't do that.
Tate,
Great.
what you thinking? Yeah. I want to see what Tate thinks, because I'm going to say what I got to say.
That's the exact name I was going to say. I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, if you get a better wide receiver 2 to put out there, it just will open up the offense. As it is now, the defenses and the coverages are steered to George Pickens, and you try and take Pat Freiermuth out. Now, last week, Calvin Austin had a good game, but he's not that threat though. You wouldn't put another threat over there. Don't got to be a grade A threat. It can be a grade B threat. DeAndre Hopkins is the name I was going to say. I think he's on his last year of his contract. You get him as a rental for this year. I think next year they draft a receiver by the 3rd round, the latest, and then we go from there. But for this year's team, if they're going all in trying to win, they need one more threat at the wide receiver 2.
Man, so I hear what y'all talking about with this trade nonsense, man. And I hear it. I mean, I can't really call it nonsense, and I hear it. But if I'm going to trade and I'm the Steelers, and we talking about going all in, I'm going to get a dog. I'm not playing around with it. I'm going to get somebody who's on the under contract that's a big name to bring in this disgruntled because his team sucks. So if you're going to trade, I'm not going to try to basement and Omar Khan it, because that's what he does. Well, let's go get what we need to get a win. So I, that's how I'm looking at it. Now, I know it sounds crazy as all get up.
Name.
Oh, I'm going to tell you one right now that we could go get T. Higgins out of Cincinnati. We could go get him. Yeah, why would they not? They suck. Their season's over. Why is on there? Listen, we already did the research from 1979 to the current 2024. Only 6 teams have made the playoffs starting 0-3. Nobody has done it since we started this 17-game season. It's not happened. The Bengals ain't going to the playoffs. They suck. They've already developed the young guy that they got from Princeton at wide receiver 2. You already see it. He's already taking catches. T don't want to be there. Let's go get him, pay him, and then do what we need to do. Let's go do it.
And they're not the Bengals aren't going to trade him. No, I don't disagree with you, but the Bengals just aren't going to do that in general. Somebody put in the chat Devontae Adams. I'm not even opposed to Devontae Adams because Devontae's got 3 more years on his contract or 2 more years after this year. So I don't disagree with that. However, what do you have to give up to get him? Look, I love the Steelers, but we're not a player away. Like getting Devontae Adams isn't going to get us to the Super Bowl or even next year. We got other needs that we're going to need down the road. Like we're going to have to draft the defensive lineman, and we need to get one early. We need a wide receiver. We need to get one early. Probably even another corner. We need to get one early. Giving up what we got to give up to get Devontae, it sounds great for this year, but if it doesn't guarantee us a Super Bowl, I mean, nothing's guaranteed anyway. I'm just not sure I'm willing to do that. It's going to take at least a first-round pick to get him.
One of the real issues that I think we have to be conscious of is the Steelers are getting hit with a rash of injuries.
Facts.
And a lot of them are multiple injuries at the same position, offensive line and linebacker and cornerback. So they might have to make a trade, but it might be for a position of need that's more important right now than wide receiver.
Correct.
Big facts. That's big facts.
And I agree with everything everybody said. But my thing is, if you bring in somebody like Devontae Adams, you got to pay him. Now, you already know GP going to be coming up soon.
Yeah.
You got to give him a bag. Then if Justin Fields is the guy, you got to pay him too.
Big facts.
So I don't want to take on all that money for a 31, 32-year-old wide receiver. That's an all-pro that's really good when I can go get somebody like DeAndre Hopkins who got when you pay the prorated amount of this year, it's probably be about if he gets traded about $8 or $9 million if it's halfway through the season, and his contract is up. He's off your books.
And one thing I've got to say, I am so impressed with how George Pickens is handling this situation through 3 games. He is
Shannon
the number one guy. Everybody knows it. He's getting extra attention, but I think that he is really handling it, showing maturity, running consistent, giving 110 every round, and blocking. I mean, he's really matured or showing a lot more maturity than in previous years.
I told you Deontay Johnson was the cancer. I told you he was, man. He was the cancer, man. Get him out of there. Trade him. Get him going.
Yeah. Here's the thing about George Pickens. You said that so far he's handled it because teams haven't double-teamed him yet because you think Atlanta's got Terrell, Surtain for the Broncos, and Sante Samuel Jr. for the Chargers. They've been single covering him, and he's been open. So get to a team that wants to double-team him because they don't have the caliber of cornerback, then we'll see what his real progression is. I think he's done it. I think he's elevated his route running and all of that stuff this year because that was what was missing from him. He wasn't a good route tree guy. Well, now like he is. Plus, I think the offense demands that
they're moving him around too.
Yeah, buddy. Put him everywhere. Put him in the slot. Move him.
I dare him to play too high on one side and single up with one of the receivers on the other side. I dare anybody in the league to do it. I dare you to do it. I dare you.
I'm old enough to remember when he didn't block last year and he was a cancer. And I said he's just a young fella. He's immature. He'll be okay. Tomlin took it in, talked to him, and since then. Mason came and played. He got some numbers at the end of the season. He went to work out with the route guy this offseason. Working on his craft, and he's come in with a good attitude.
So, Big-G is right, though. They got rid of Deontay Johnson. That was the
cancer.
problem.
Get him out of there. Get him out of here.
I'm not saying Pickens ain't a diva, but you can't have 2 and then one that gives no effort on and then wants to get an attitude when you get questioned. Like when Mika questioned him in the locker room about it, then he wanted to get an attitude, and Mika's like, hold on a second. You ain't no star, and you're not giving no effort. Get up out of here. We don't need you.
Ain't Bus a great.
Minka put hands on you like he did Chase Claypool.
Yeah, we're going to be moving some furniture around in the still locker room, bro. We ain't messing around. Some furniture getting moved. Yeah.
But so moving on from that real quick, we signed a cornerback and we signed a tackle. We signed former first-round pick C.J. Henderson out of Florida. I think this is due to the Corey Trice injury.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think Corey Trice is hurt worse than what they're leading on too.
Oh,
yeah, they put him on IR instantly.
Yeah, they put him on IR, and it's a hamstring. That's usually not. I mean, that means 4 games. It might be 2 months.
Yeah. It depends on the rehab. Facts.
That's what IR mean is a month for sure.
Yep.
But Shannon, I'm coming to you first. What do you think about C.J. Henderson, man?
I'm really not familiar with him. I'm not sure what the disconnect was in Carolina, why he wasn't successful. So, I mean, he obviously has talent just based on his draft positioning. And, it's one of them guys you kick the tires and see if you can find some hidden value there.
Yeah. Facts.
Big-G?
I mean,
well, out of college, he was deemed a top corner. He was number 1 and number 2 as far as corners coming out of college. I think from what I'm hearing and what my little research is telling me, he's got attitude issues.
yes.
He's one of those guys that falls asleep in the meeting rooms. They give him the playbook and he's supposed to develop. And, if you know him play football like I do, when they give you the playbook, the next thing after you watch the film is the whiteboard. And the coach is going up on the board. He's going to be like, this, and this happens. What do you do? And if you get to talking about, no, you're not ready. You're not ready.
Right.
So that's what I'm hearing his issue is. Not the talent, but his ability to play well and be coached well. So maybe this might be a perfect position because that's what Tomlin works with the best sometimes.
Right. I tell you what, if you listen to him talk to the Pittsburgh media today, I wouldn't have guessed any of that what you said. He sounded like a real level-headed, so he's obviously been going around fooling people because he was drafted by Jacksonville and traded to Carolina after his second season.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kept him for like 2 years, and now he
got humbled.
Yeah.
Being out of the league will humble you in a heartbeat, and I think that's what it is. He got humbled, and it is me. I got to change, and it don't matter about my talent. The NFL got a bunch of talented dudes.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think that's what it is. In
Hey,
my opinion. Look, here's the question I got for you guys, man. What the hell is going on with Xavier Howard? How come he can't be on nobody's team? How come nobody's signing? I thought the Steelers were for sure going to try to sign Xavier Howard, and nobody. Now, I know he's got that crazy off-the-field thing going on right now. And
that's exactly why.
The reason why nobody's signing him. But I'm like, man, he hasn't fallen off that much, has he?
What's going on? What's going on with Xavier Howard off the field?
Well, he got that story that his ex-girlfriend, he sent a sex video to their kid or her kid.
Mm.
And I'm like, what? I mean, I've never heard
he sent a sex video to her kid?
Yes. Yeah, I never heard nothing like that before, man. I've been around a long time. I ain't never heard nothing like that.
We don't want him. He a clown. We don't want him.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I'm guessing that's why, because he's still not that bad of a football player, but I'm good. They must have got word from the league. Yeah, you can't sign this guy.
Facts.
I liked Xavier Howard in the offseason, though. But shout out to the quad father, Dennis Pavlik, for the $2 super chat. He says what people don't say a lot of. Correct, Big G.
People do. Hit them brakes for yourself. What do you mean? Hit them brakes. Man, listen. Man, we got Big B. Big B, you don't even understand. My AKA name is G. They call me G Stradamus around these parts, bro, because I be saying stuff and people's like, that stuff come to pass. So yeah, come on now, man. But Tate love hitting the brakes on me, though. He love hitting the brakes on me.
Yeah, what'd you say a little bit ago? You T. Higgins. Come on, man. The Bengals ain't trading T. Higgins inside.
Come on, man. You never know, man. You never know, man. You never know.
But that's why I say I pump. That's why you get the brakes put on you so much.
That's facts.
That is facts. If you ask me and Shannon, we would say, yeah, he's G Stradamus, but a broke clock is right 2 times a day, so he get it 2 times.
That's trash. That's trash. Get that out of here, man. Go ahead.
Hey,
man.
guys, did y'all happen to see my buddy Zach Frazier?
Shannon, pump.
He looked awful good again.
Pump your brakes. I was coming to you.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about Zach Frazier.
Wait. I got to tell Shannon. Shannon, guess what I ordered yesterday?
What?
A Zach Frazier jersey.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I got a 54. It's on the way. Hope it's on the way. Go ahead, bro.
So rookie rankings for week 4. Where does center Zach Frazier? This Bleacher Report. Where does Zach Frazier stand on the latest top 10 list of first-year standouts? They have him ranked number 8. I've heard some of the media people, national media people, talking about he might be the best rookie in the league.
That's big facts.
So I think that 8th grade is way too low.
Hey, right now in the AFC, you got Creed.
What did he say?
Creed Humphrey. You know how much I love Creed Humphrey. And you got Zach Frazier. That's your Pro Bowl guys right there.
Yeah.
Probably so. In the AFC, they take 2 centers.
Yep. Listen, I watched the all 22 film of this last game. Mm-hmm. Total domination.
Yeah, he got
by Zach Frazier. Yeah. He got after it. He was nasty with it. I'm talking about pancake blocks. Listen, did you see? I don't know if y'all saw the play where he pulled from the center position and went around the right end and tore whoever that outside linebacker is for them Los Angeles Chargers. He tore that boy up. Like you couldn't even see him on the screen. I was like, where did dude go? Disappearing at because he mauled him. He got him on the ground and you seen him just pushing all on him. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He's a dog. He's a sure enough dog.
That's what we've been missing from the center position for the last 3 years.
Yes,
I mean, look, I hate talking bad about people, but we keep it real. I know y'all keep it real. Like Kendrick Green and Mason Cole just wasn't it. Just wasn't it. And Mason Cole so bad, he ain't even on a team. He was our starting center last year, and he's not even on a team. So that tells you something.
Hey, Big B, you seen him?
I gave him a 90 grade for the game.
He weighs like 240 now.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, he lost a bunch of weight. He's
done playing football.
Yeah.
I gave him a 90 grade, y'all. I promise you. Off of that film I saw, that's an A. I gave him and it's hard for me to get an A. That's a hard deal. Mm-hmm. And I gave him a 90. I was like, this dude is a monster, man.
That's what I do every week. I break down the offensive line. I do an all 22 that I break down every week. Zach Frazier was out there killing folks. He was literally out there killing folks.
Big B, I'm coming to the show. I'm coming to the show. I'm coming to because I love that all 22.
Yeah, I love it.
So in
one year, Brian. 1 year they lost. I think it was his freshman year. They lost against TCU. Or no, I can't. They might have won. I can't remember now. Anyway, after the game, everybody would go out with, and eat and hang out a little bit and everything. And he went back and worked out because he wasn't happy with how he played. And that was as a freshman. And I heard about that back then. I'm like, that kid's going to be somebody.
Hey, man, the man broke his leg in a football game last year, and he hopped off the field because it was near the end of the game, and he didn't want them to have to use a timeout. So he hops off the field with a broken leg. That's somebody the Steelers can keep. That's our center for the next decade.
That's high football character. And Shannon,
it is.
Shannon, we had a draft show, and when they got in that second round pick, Shannon was gonna have a fit if they didn't take draft. Zach Frazier.
Man, he was nervous as all get up. He was nervous, boy.
Because 2 years before he wanted Creed Humphrey.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they took Najee Harris and Pat Fryman. I don't remember, but they didn't take Creed Humphrey. He wanted him, so he had to have Zach Frazier.
Yes.
Well, the thing about Frazier was the best center in the draft. They talked about these other guys that were better than him, and I'm like, well, hold on a second. The guy in Oregon that they talked about, he couldn't play in front of the guy that was playing in front of him. That guy was a 7th round pick. He don't even play in the NFL. He had to sit behind him. And then the other guy from Duke is a guard. And I'm like, you just make him a center? That's not how that works.
No.
And Steeler fans know that. You can't just make no guard, no center.
Right.
We've seen that too many times. It didn't make sense to me.
Height. It was all height.
So real quick, we're gonna talk about these couple injuries, take another break, and come back and get into Justin Fields, and then break down our thoughts on the upcoming game this weekend. So in real quick injuries. We know Alex Highsmith out. We talked about Corey Trice being out. I believe Jalen Warren is going to be out.
Yeah, facts.
Najee was in the sling earlier in the week, but Tomlin said he's fine. He didn't have a sling on today. Practice full. So I think he's okay. But, and I got the definition in football as far as attrition. Because we know football, as it says, a football war of attrition is a game where teams try to avoid key injuries and deal with them as resourcefully as possible. Some say that the NFL is always a game of attrition and that the team that succeed are the ones that are most fortunate in avoiding injuries. I'm sure we all believe that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed.
100%.
But the attrition war is also depth in the roster. And I think outside of maybe the offensive line, we got quality depth. So we're going to be all right in a lot of areas.
I think you got quality depth on the line. Everybody just hurt. I mean,
right.
When we was in training camp, we were talking about keeping 9 or 10. Who do you keep?
Yeah.
So we had plenty of depth.
Siamalu practiced today. Siamalu practiced. It was limited, but he practiced. He practiced today.
Yeah. So hey, if you watch no
Big
YouTube,
G has got to be. Big G's got to be excited because we got to see Mason McCormick in the rotation with Anderson.
You're a Mason McCormick fan too? I love
Oh yeah.
McCormick.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I already know.
Look, his technique ain't great, but he goes out there and he's nasty.
He's a
mauler.
mauler.
Hit a guy late on the ground. I used to hate playing against those guys, but when they're on my team, I love them. I saw in the all-22 film a guy rolled and he was laying on the ground and he elbowed the dude and got up. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you get it in.
Yes, that part.
I love him.
I agree. But hey, fellas, we about to take our last break. So if you're watching on YouTube, you know how it goes. Stay with us. If you listen to the audio side, we have to hear a few words from our partners, pay some bills, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Pump Your Brakes podcast. Fellas, we're going to talk about what all the national media keeps talking about again and again and again. And Coach T keep telling these folks. Coach T is telling the local scrum, Pittsburgh scrum. Like, I'm not going to tell you nothing. It is what it has been until we have to make a decision. Russ was limited again today, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me say what I think. What direction do you think this is going? I listened to the post-practice interviews today with the players in the locker room, probably about 10 of them. And everybody says Justin Fields is a quiet, great leader. So the longer this goes on, the longer this stretches out, I think if you just would turn to Russ all of a sudden, especially if Fields wins this game and looks good, that could put a wedge in the team where they feel like we want to keep Justin playing. But what do you guys think about this situation?
Wait, before you do that, do the quad father, Tate. Dennis Pavlak for the 5 Binkers.
Thanks, Dennis. What do you call him, Big G? The Quizod?
The Quizod father. The Quizod.
This week, Justin Fields sends Russell to the bench permanently. Hey.
It ain't the bench. It's the bench. The bench.
I'm not mad at you, Quad. I think we were talking in our group chat earlier this week or late last week, and Shannon, Big-G, and myself, and I said in there, I think at one time we all thought Russell was going to be the starting quarterback. And we wanted to see Justin Fields potentially win it because he's the younger guy with more upside, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we thought that Russ would be the veteran. He would play behind him and learn behind him and have packages. Well, the old man got hurt. Yeah. And he's allowed Justin Fields again to get an opportunity to play and play pretty good. Not great, pretty good, Steeler brand of football. But Shannon, come to you first. What do you think about the quarterback position, the potential with the whole leadership thing and all? Because Russ is a team captain still, and he played it down for the Steelers.
Right.
Well, right now, Russ is saying all the right things and doing all the right things, and hopefully that will continue, because I wanted Fields to be in a low-pressure situation and the Steelers culture surrounded with Tomlin and Cam Hayward and all of the leadership, and, you know, to be able to not be pressed into service this year. But that didn't happen. Well, if you watch closely, he was going to his second and third reads under control. He was processing what everybody says is his biggest weakness, and it has been. But we're seeing a different, more calm, more confident young man. I think they're handling him correctly. They've not put too much on him. They give him more responsibility. Sunday against the Chargers, and he came through with flying colors. They utilized the whole field, like tons of throws across the middle, the touchdown to Austin, the completion earlier to Austin across the middle for a big first down. He's making good reads, accurate throws, and he's processing. If this continues with his legs and his athleticism, there's no doubt he's the starter. He's quarterback one.
Full facts. Go ahead, Big B. Go ahead.
I mean, I was on record. I wanted, just like you all, it sounds like, I wanted Fields to win the job, actually win the job in the preseason, because he could be the quarterback for the next decade.
Yes.
Didn't sound like Mike Tomlin was too interested in doing that, but how fortunes happen, it is what it is. But right now, why would you make a change if he's not playing bad?
That's right.
There's no reason to make a change. Here's the thing. Let's just say, God forbid, the Steelers lose 2 of the next 3 games, but Fields plays well. Why would you make a change if it's not him? I go, you just don't make changes to make changes. Not in the NFL, you don't.
No.
I go, or you shouldn't. So I think he's the quarterback, and until he plays his way out of the job, you don't make any changes.
Big B, you a guest on the show, bro. And I'm going to give you the honor like I do every week with Shannon and Tate. Pick a sign, 1 through 5. You pick a number.
Give me 4.
Number 4. This sign is for all the national media that was talking mess about Justin Fields, starting with you, Colin Cowherd, and work your way down. Y'all all hot trash with your takes. We tried to tell you on the show that Justin Fields was the man to be. He's the man of the hour. He's our quarterback one. Let's treat him like a quarterback one. Russie, we appreciate you. We're going to hold on to you because we're going to need you for a playoff run, but you're to the bench. We got our QB1 for the future, and let's go Steeler Nation. Stop all that nonsense and let's go. We got our dude. Thank you, Tate, for putting Claude Bishop for the $5. Your $5 earned you to the Matrix today. Tomlin is a good coach, but he doesn't know how to evaluate quarterbacks. That was a big trash comment. Get him in there again, Tate. Double time him. You put him in once, put him in again. Twice, get him in there. 2 times to the Matrix. Uno, dos, in there. And stay in there. Come on, man.
So what I'll say about that is he never had to. He came in and had Big Ben.
Right.
And then he drafted Kenny Pickett, and he evaluated that quick.
And got him up out of there
real quick.
Get him up out of there.
And
get him up out of there.
If we go back talking about evaluating quarterbacks, let me give Coach T some credit. Do y'all remember this?
Hey, you know what we came to see. Sure. Give it to me, baby.
I got you.
Have a good day, man. Let's go. Sure.
I will. Appreciate it.
Huh. Y'all remember that?
Huh.
He knew then, Tate. He knew then. He was him. He knew it then. He was him. He knew it.
But Pittsburgh never drafts high enough to get somebody like that. The last time they did, they got Big Ben. Danny Littlejohn, John, thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Danny Littlejohn says 7-1 or 8-0 going to be the bye week. Your reaction?
That's not a horrible take.
Tate, what did I say when we picked the show? When we did it on the homies, what did I say? I said we was going 7-1, 8-0 off the whip.
You have been saying that since the schedule came out.
Yes.
But That could be one of those times where the clock wasn't hit one of them numbers that it's on twice a day. But it's turning out that maybe it could be.
Get out of here. The clock stays right for G. Stradamus. It stays right for G. Stradamus.
Yeah, I don't think that's a horrible take at all, man.
It's not a horrible
look
take.
at what the schedule is and how good the Steelers' defense is and how they're going to be in every football game. That's not a horrible take. I think I had them at 6-2, but I mean, just look at the schedule. What game are we talking about that they're going to lose?
You got the Colts
Jets,
this week.
Maybe.
You got the Colts. You got Dallas. You got the Raiders.
Dallas can't stop the run. Us four in here do not have a run football against the Cowboys right now.
We getting 60 yards.
Yeah, I mean,
we get 60 yards.
As runners or blockers. As runners.
And the Colts, by the way, the Colts.
We're getting 65 yards. We're getting 65 yards between the four of us. We're getting 65 yards. I promise you.
Okay.
Against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come to Shannon with this one. Shannon, Coach Tomlin has said in his evaluation of QBs that prudent use of QB mobility is what he likes and what the game is going towards. So I kind of have a graphic here with the evolution of some of the mobile QBs that have been in our league at least as long as we've been watching football.
Facts.
Maybe y'all didn't see. Maybe Shannon saw Fran Tarkenton. Shannon, did you?
No, that was before my time.
Okay. But we all come in with Elway and Young and Randall Cunningham.
Yep.
And, Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Fields has the talents and capability to do everything all these guys did. Now, Steve Young, he never be the passer Steve Young was. John Elway was super clutch. But we talk Lamar Jackson's won 2 MVPs. Justin Fields can do everything Lamar Jackson can do. But I'm going to go to Shannon and ask him what he thinks about the QB mobility.
If you have the whole package that you can process, you can make pre-snap reads and adjustments, you have the accuracy. If you have all that and you have mobility as well, that is something we got to remember that Elway had, Favre had, Ben had early in his career. And later in his career, you just couldn't tackle him because he was so strong. But he still extended plays. But he extended plays to throw the ball down the field. And that's what we're seeing out of Fields. He's moving, but he's not just taking off out of the pocket. He's keeping his eyes up downfield. If he becomes, my opinion, the guy he's most like, he can become a lot like a Steve Young. And the fact that Steve Young could run the ball great, but man, if he got out of that pocket, he would slice you up with throwing that ball down the field because he always kept his eyes up. So having that mobility is just such an extra weapon, as we've seen the Eagles have used Jalen Hurts in the last few years to his full ability because of his mobility. And so I'm just, like I said, watching him progress as a passer and being in such control of the offense, that just makes that mobility so much more of a lethal weapon.
I agree. I'm gonna come to Big G and Big B both. So, do you guys think? And shout out with his development and his growth thus far since he's been in Pittsburgh. Shout out to Arthur Smith and Tom Arthur, the QB coach. They deserve some credit too.
Yes.
And wherever Mike Sullivan is doing whatever he's doing, he's somewhere around. I don't know what his title is, but he in the building.
He's a whisperer. He's a whisperer.
Big G and Big B, man. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think the Steelers should be incorporating Justin Fields' run game more in the offense? Like last week, he had a great passing game, but only ran for 6 yards.
I think they can do it in spurts when they need to. I think the thing about last week is the Chargers weren't going to let the Steelers run the football. Since they weren't going to let them run the football, why run your quarterback? That doesn't make sense. You got to throw the football. So, but you saw the previous week, they ran a little bit more read option and stuff like that, and they'll incorporate it when they need to. But here's the thing. Russell Wilson can't play. Why put your quarterback out there and risk him getting hurt? He can get hurt at any time. There's no reason to just run him for the reason to run him right now. And again, that team, look, we kind of beat up the Chargers at the end, but the Chargers weren't going to let us run the football. They were going to say, if you're going to beat us, you got to throw it, which eventually we did, and we beat them. But just last week wasn't the week. I think we'll see some of that this week because, again, the Colts defense, especially run defense, is terrible. Not bad, not horrible. It's atrocious.
Hey, do you Big G? Do you think man, what was I gonna say? Go ahead, whatever you was gonna say. I forgot my question that quick.
Well, listen, the graphic you put up there, right? With all those quarterbacks you put up there, excluding Lamar Jackson, when they first came into the league, they struggled. You know why? Because they were with coaches that didn't know how to coach a running mobile quarterback. Now, of course, true enough, Steve Young had Joe Montana sitting in front of him. But John Elway, when he got to the league, he struggled. When Mike Vick got to the league, he struggled.
He didn't struggle when he took 7 sacks and 3 interceptions and lost his first game to the Steelers. Won his first game against the Steelers.
Yeah, because they didn't incorporate what he – listen, when you have a quarterback that plays the way that Justin Fields plays, that is called 11-on-11 football. That is how you win in the NFL today. Why do you think so many teams are incorporating it in the quarterbacks? Yes, you got to play with what they give you from college, but these kids are coming in. Look what Jaden Daniels did to the Bengals the other night.
There you go. That was my question. That I forgot. Did y'all think the other night that Jaden Daniels ran too much?
No, he did exactly what he needed to do to win the game. And if you look at the blueprint to be successful in the NFL, these statue quarterbacks is adios muchachos, my friend. You got to have a guy that can get you big yards or big. Mahomes does it all the time. He's not super fast, super quick, but he's efficient enough that when the play breaks down and you got to worry about him going, I done seen him take one here, get up on out of there. I done seen him do that a whole bunch of times, man. And that's what this Justin Fields does for our offense. He has the ability to hurt you with 11-on-11 football.
And Daniels is the perfect quarterback for that offense.
Facts. We got Sko. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I ain't gonna mess it up.
Six straight.
Sko 6 Trey. What's cracking lacking for the 10 Binkers, bro? He said Justin Fields.
Thanks for the super chat.
Facts. He said Justin Fields is far better runner when pass play breaks down. Arthur Smith has obviously figured that out and calling more pass plays to allow the Fields' big runs to happen organically. That is facts. But what makes that also happen, Justin Fields didn't miss a pass in the first half of the freaking game.
No.
He was dotting them boys up left and right. That's what makes all this go. That boy is a dog. Man, you're still a nation. You need to jump on board. We got a killer. We got a killer. We just got to
He can run the football. He can run it if you call read option stuff, but he's way more dangerous a la Randall Cunningham when he's outside the pocket doing that kind of stuff, just putting a ton of stress on a defense. And he's got an arm. It's one thing if he didn't have an arm to go with getting outside the pocket, but he does have an arm. So that makes it even more problematic. And I think whoever that was, it was exactly right. Arthur Smith has figured that out. There's no reason to put your quarterback in harm's way when you don't need to. But like on the goal line when they ran the read option, it was perfect. It was perfect.
One thing about it,
type of situations.
One thing about it, we knew he could throw on the run. I mean, he's great at it. But now we're seeing him make progressions and throw accurately from the pocket and sit in the pocket. It's something we can't forget. And I'm going back to Frazier. But in the past, our quarterbacks couldn't step up when the pressure come because the inside of the line was collapsing. But with Frazier in there, these guys can be comfortable and step up in the pocket.
Listen, so when we run 12 personnel, when we run Big 12, right? Big 12 personnel, and they play that double high, and they drop one of them linebackers into the box to try to spy Fields. All you got to do is run the tight ends up the freaking seam and run crossing routes right up underneath them. Yes. Dog, we will punish teams with that. There's no stopping that when you got a quarterback. What do you think the Philadelphia Eagles do? What do you think the Washington Commanders just did to the Cincinnati Bengals? What do you think Josh Allen does Josh Allen was killing Jacksonville with that 12 and running them wide receivers cross and running them tight ends up the seams. He was killing them. So, dog, we got the formula, bro. We got the formula. Just keep with the progression with the QB, man. And we got our quarterback one.
Okay, so I agree with everything everybody said. I think I don't see a way that Russ wrestles his job back unless Justin hits a snafu like a 2-game bad streak. I don't see it happen if he keeps playing like he's playing because he's playing good, clean football. Mm-hmm. But let's get into lastly this game this Sunday. The Steelers travel to Indianapolis.
We're taking it over.
Is it still the RCA Dome?
I don't care what it is. They might as well call it Steeler Nation because we're taking it over. We're taking it over. It's going to be black and gold everywhere, man. We're taking that place over. That's our home field. That belongs to us.
Let's talk about Shannon. Your keys to this game. What do you want to see?
Well, as Big B said earlier, the Colts have the second worst rush defense. The Cowboys are leading the league by far with they're giving up 187 yards per game on the ground. So Steelers have back-to-back teams that can't stop the run. So I want to see them establish it and build the play action off of that. So to me, the key is if they can control the line of scrimmage and stay in the favorable down the distances, still convert like 50% on the third downs like they did against the Chargers, I think that the defense will force Richardson into some mistakes, and the Steelers should handle business in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Big B, it's on you, bro.
I mean, that's kind of the way I see it. If the Steelers go down there and they handle both lines of scrimmage, because the Colts are going to try to run the football because they know Richardson is a liability and we can get after the quarterback. So they're going to try to run the football. Now, the one thing about it is the Colts offensive line is pretty good.
Facts.
It's pretty good. So, we're going to have to – our front seven is going to have to play. So this is not just some cakewalk stopping the run. But if we can stop the run, I'm not sure that they have anything that can beat. Matter of fact, I'm positive they don't have anything that can beat us. On the other side, we just got to be able to run the football. I feel like they're going to drop down a safety to try to take away the runaway because they can't stop it with 7 guys in the box, 6 or 7 guys in the box. They can't do that. I feel like this might be a game where Pat Freiermuth does his thing because he's going to be single covered on a safety and get loose. I feel like this will be a game for him to dominate. Kind of like the game last year in Cincinnati when they basically they had 2 safeties. They brought one of them down. Pat Freiermuth was getting one-on-one coverage, and they threw to him the entire game. I feel like this is another opportunity there.
Yep. Yeah, and look, Dennis Pavlak, man, Quad Father, man, Quadzilla, the quad, whatever you want to call him. He doubles down. The Quizod. He doubles and triples and quadruples down over here on Steel Curtain Network, man, for the super chats. Man, bro, thank you for the 5. Keep Anthony Richardson in the pocket with no big runs and contain Jonathan Taylor. I agree with everything everybody said. Stop the run, put a spy on Richardson, and force him to throw the ball. Now, they got good receivers, though. They got good receivers. They do. They do got good receivers.
That's what I want to ask you guys a question about. So Joey Porter has been shadowing the other team's best receiver. Mm-hmm. So is that Michael Pittman or is that Alex Pierce? Because my thing is those guys are kind of the same. So to me, you just leave Porter on one side this game. Whoever comes to his side, he take him out, and you place your defense to take out the other side to shut everything else down. You trust Porter on one side with whatever guy come over there.
Yeah,
and then you take away the other 2/3 of the field.
Yep, and just leave it that way because, like you said, they're kind of the same guy. I did a deep dive on some of their stats today that they've got. I can't remember the one guy's name, but him and Pittman. Pittman is like 88 yards on the year. The other guy has like 215, and then the third leading receiver has 67 yards on the season. Well, one of the passes to the top receiver on their team it was a 60-yard pass. And I'm like,
Next.
he got all them yards in one play. They're not doing a whole lot. Now you can say the same thing about the Steelers. Okay, that's fine, but we're spreading the ball around. The Colts are really not. And I feel like you don't need to have Joey Porter travel this week. Just stay on the side, do your thing, and see what happens. Because he didn't even travel last week. Because who are you going to travel to with the Chargers? They didn't have anybody.
I'm going to tell you how they're going to try to hurt us. Defensively, they're going to try to hurt us because they're going to put Adnan Mitchell in the slot receiver position.
Correct.
They're going to put Adnan in there. And they're going to see if Adnan – yeah, they're going to see if Adnan can beat our slot corner. So that's the matchup of the whole game. Our slot corner, whoever's playing that spot, got to stop Adnan Mitchell.
Shannon, go ahead and tell him your boy Beanie Bishop going to shut all that down.
Hey, like I said, guys, the Steelers are one of the best tackling teams in the NFL. I think they're in the top 4, they said. And one of the big reasons is Beanie Bishop. He latches on and he don't let go.
Yeah. He just got to be able to run. But Adnan is a big, fast guy. So he got to be able to run because they're going to run go routes. I'm telling you.
I like what Beanie's doing. Well, you need time to have go routes. I like what Beanie's doing. We just can't have them miscommunications that has been like once or twice so far. Right. But hey, so real quick, I'm gonna ask each of you an over/under question, and then I want you to give me your score prediction. Okay, Big B, you the guest. I'm gonna come to you first, man.
Okay.
Interceptions for the Steelers defense, 1.5 over/under.
Give me over. Richardson will throw you the football. You just got to catch it. Give me the over. You just got to catch it. He's been inaccurate his entire football career, not just with the Colts, with Florida too. None of that's going to change. Give me the over.
He's a physical talent, but he's a way bigger project than Justin Fields ever was.
Facts.
Oh yeah. Here's the thing about it is the flip side from last week to this week. Last week, the Chargers had really good tackles. Their interior guys just weren't very good. Well, this week, the Colts have really good interior guys, but the tackles aren't great. So that's going to be the flip side. They're going to chip TJ Watt, look for our man, Mr. Nick Herbig, to kind of do his thing again.
Tate, I lost the bet. So I know it's all we already done bet, but I already know it's already curtains for the bet, man. Big B, you don't know, man. I told him that Chad Robinson was going to have more sacks than Herbig. That's not going to happen.
Oh no.
Herbig looking maybe at a double-digit season, bro. He looking double-digit,
especially with Highsmith out too.
Yeah.
No.
Hey Shannon.
Yes.
Your score prediction, Big B. I'm sorry.
Give me. The Steelers put up some points this week. Give me 24-10.
Oh, okay. Shannon, Steelers over under defense sacks 4.5.
I'm gonna say slightly under.
So 4.
I think Richardson will avoid a couple of sacks, but he also throw interceptions on these plays because he'll put it up.
He will.
I think maybe 4 sacks. Huh?
I agree there, but he also will run into some sacks.
That's true. That's true.
But okay, so slightly under. So okay. Yeah. And your score prediction?
I'm agreeing a lot with Big B, but I'm going to say 27-13 still.
I like that. And Big G. Not Najee Harris over under 99.5 yards.
Under.
Yeah, that's easy to say, but I think he gonna bust out for his first 100-yard game this week.
But it depends on how many carries Cordell Patterson gets, because this game sets up perfect for Cordell Patterson. I'm telling you, Cordell gonna get 10 to 12 carries, and Cordell might break one. Cordell might mess around and bust a 40-yarder. Yeah, he might mess around and bust a 40-yarder, 50-yarder. I'm telling you. That might be like
it took him a while to get in shape, but now that he's in shape, it looks like he's got a little something. And it takes us older guys a little bit to get in shape.
Yeah. I got Cordell getting about 8 carries, but so you say under. That's one of my things I'm gonna say. Like you would say, that's my hot take. Najee goes for a bill this game. But what's your score prediction, Big G?
We should have had 27. Shoot, we should have had 30 last week, but we ended up with 20. But they gave 27.
Yeah, you lost the bet. You owe corner time.
Man, why Najee down the ball at the 1 yard line? Man, that was my money, man. Come on, dog. I understand Tomlin said run the clock, but get in that dang on end zone, man. What is you doing, man? So, but yeah, 27-13 Steelers, man. 27-13. And Justin is going to throw 2 touchdown passes.
Now, you did say that last week. He was going to throw for 250. He threw for 245. So that clock was right one of them times.
Yeah, he going for 2 touchdowns this week. GP getting one. I'm telling you right now, he might get a 50 or 60 yarder because he done already been close. It's just penalties been killing us.
Yeah.
So
hey guys,
GP getting one.
Hey guys, my little tidbit: Fitzpatrick gets his first interception this week.
Oh
yeah.
I can
see that.
Mhm.
Some overthrow over the middle. You know how it is.
So my score prediction is right about in you guys' range. I think the defense is the defense is on a historic pace right now.
Facts.
I heard something today where there's been only 4 defenses or something like that since the merger in their first 3 games that they have held teams to 10 or under and under 300 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So this defense is on a historic pace. I got the Colts getting 2 field goals, 6 points, and I got the game being 21-6.
I like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I like that.
21-6, and we gonna get 3 turnovers. I'm not saying it's gonna be interceptions. We're gonna put a strip sack Herbig on Richardson. Okay, Quad Father, thanks for the $2 super chat with his prediction 33-13. Ooh, are we ready to score 33?
Man, if we score 33, Russie might as well go on ahead and get the leg warmers ready for the sideline because that boy ain't gonna see no part of the field, bro. It's over. It's over. Let's Justin would have to just have a horrible 2 or 3 game stretch. He ain't seeing no part. If we get 33, it's over. It's over, bro. As a matter of fact, they might as well get ready to pay him. Might as well get ready to pay him after he do that. Go and pay him. Go and pay him.
Thanks, KB. And thanks everybody that's been watching. There go our Kansas State's chat general, Afton. Oh man, you an awesome guest, Big B, because you a Kansas State guy. She's talking about for an awesome guest. They treat him like they treat Pay on the homies, Big G.
Yeah, that's okay though. I like him. He's part of it.
I like him too.
He's officially part of the Know-It-Alls crew. I done added him. Listen, you ain't even got to go through initiation. You are officially part of the Know-It-Alls squad, bro. You are welcome to the podcast with the family anytime you want to jump in, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I was trying to get my Kansas State helmet. I think my wife must have moved it on me. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having me. I had a blast. I will come back anytime that you guys want me back. Anytime, man.
Appreciate it, man. Go ahead and plug everything you got going on, man.
I do. Like I said, Steelers Almighty. We got stuff that comes out. We do a pregame and a postgame before every game, and then on Mondays we got our report card that comes out. Tuesday we got the all 22 of the offensive line breakdown, and then on Wednesday we have our podcast. Our podcast was out tonight. That comes out every Wednesday. And then on Friday, we do our scouting report, man. So we're just trying to make it. We're just trying to make it. I love talking Steelers football. And I don't know. Like I said, the Steelers Almighty. Y'all know. Y'all are Steelers fans. God touched us, man. He
Big
touched
facts. Big facts, man. Big facts.
Hey, so everybody in the live chat, go to Steelers Almighty and give the homie Big B a like and a subscribe. Big G, I didn't make your blood pressure go up this show, but we were up to 195 watching. And I got to keep in mind it's not all YouTube viewers, but 88 thumbs up.
Yeah, my blood pressure stays on okay. It stays on okay this week, man. We all right. You're still a nation. Y'all showing up and showing out. Y'all know what time it is for PYB. Y'all know what time it is for the PYB and for Steel Curtain Network. You know what time it is. We give you the best content out there. So let's keep it cracking and get them algorithms rocking and rolling.
Shannon, go ahead and plug anything you got going on, man. Another super chat. Nathan Smith. Shout out to the homie Nathan Smith, man. Big G shouting out my boy Chop. Let's go PSU.
He's a dog. And we got another super chat after that.
Marcus Quinto.
Yes, sir.
With his score prediction, 27. Ooh, that's a burner right there. Pickens with 2 tubs.
I'm with him.
Ooh,
I'm calling.
Hey,
you know what? I'm calling G. Stradamus on that one. Big facts, G. Stradamus. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Big G. Who fantasy football team is Pickens on?
Get up out of here. Get up out of here.
I'd love to see that one. But hey, Shannon, go ahead and plug anything going on, man. We know the Hangover. I watched about half of it this week, man. You and Daniel J. But go ahead and let us know anything else, and then that too. What's going on? I know you got tornado issues. We don't want you to be fine, Shannon.
The wind was whipping so bad, I figured everybody could hear it, so I put it on mute. But
don't escape, Shannon. Don't escape.
Yeah,
Shannon.
I know. I'm fine. But everybody remember the Stiller Hangover is now Monday nights at 9. We had to bump it back a little bit, so it's at 9 every Monday now. So,
you know what? I watched it. I was late because I fell asleep on something, and you know how you fall asleep on YouTube, videos just keep playing. I woke up to the sound of your voice, Shannon. I was like, "Oh, Shannon ain't in my bedroom, is he?"
He spent the night, Tate.
and he's welcome to. But I got about 5 or 6 other rooms in this house.
Yes. No need to cuddle.
Right.
Shannon,
and Big G, go ahead and plug everything you got going on with your big homie, man.
Man, big facts, man. Thank you all for rocking with the Pump Your Brakes podcast live every Wednesday on YouTube. Make sure you swing on back on Friday nights. Check me, Tate Boy Fresh, our boy B Dirt, and our boy Payday for the Homies and Homies Overtime podcast, which you can watch on Fans First Sports Network and Steel Curtain Network. Sundays, make sure you check me, Tate Boy Fresh, and our boy Mod on the Know It Alls podcast live in game, between game. But this week, we might be able to get it in our regular scheduled time. Monday, swing and check me out on the Level Up College Football Podcast with my girl, Sarah C, and my dude, Andy P. We have been rocking out with that college football all week. And don't forget to check me and Tate Boy Fresh because it's coming. That's Rather Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers podcast that you can listen to live wherever you get your audio podcast on Fans First Sports Network. Last but not least, the No Cap Recap, me, Payday, and Tate Boy Fresh. You can check it Tuesdays on your drive home. Listen to we talk football about what happened in the week that just passed and what's coming for the week before. No Cap Recap live on Fans First Sports Network. Who gets to know Daddy?
You said it's coming.
No doubt.
And super chat for Shannon from Steelers girl. Is that Steelers girl 277. Stay safe, Shannon. Here we go. Hey, Shannon, stay safe, man.
It sounds like by all reports that all that's passed us by, so we're good. And I appreciate the concern.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Hey, man, you guys said, hey, Big G, I got to tell 2 things I want to say real quick. Big B.
What's up?
I don't know what you got going on, but that Sunday night, the Steelers play the Cowboys. We're going to have a live watch show on our Know It Alls podcast where our other co-host on that is Mod. That's Big G's brother that lives in Arlington. He's a Dallas fan. So, you know, we love to invite you to that. Let's weigh the scales on the Steelers side if you available that evening.
Yeah, let me check and see what I got going on. And we'll see if I can't make it work.
Okay. And Big G.
Yes, sir.
I might not make the homies Friday night, man. So I'm gonna set it up and pass it over to you.
Got you.
I'm getting on my B Dirt and pay. I'm going out of town.
Oh, for real? Well, that's not an HR fine, though. You're not fine. You talk to HR. You talk to HR. We made the arrangements. Just make sure you send your documentation in. That way you don't get the fine.
You know where I'm going?
Where? The Bean.
Before the show is over, I'm gonna knock on your door.
Well, then you might as well come downstairs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be home this weekend. It's my mom's birthday weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm riding home with my sister Friday, and I'll be there until Sunday. But yeah, so Friday I'll be en route.
You know what it is in about 3 hours?
Your birthday.
My birthday's in 3 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, my birthday's in 3 hours.
Happy birthday, old man.
Birthday,
I can't,
brother.
If I call you
Thank
old
you,
man, I'll be talking about myself, and then I'll really be talking about Shannon.
Yeah.
I'm the old guy here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my birthday in about 3 hours, y'all.
But I'm going to wish you happy birthday tomorrow, officially. But this is, instead of belated, this is early. But happy birthday, brother.
Thank you, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
Thank you, Big B.
Him and B Dirt got the same birthday. I messed up and told them both happy birthday yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, fellas, man, thanks for a great show, man. We appreciate everybody in the live chat that rocked out with us. Big G, you got a lot of happy birthdays in the live chat, man.
Yeah, I see that, man. Thank all the live chat. We thank y'all, man. Thank you. I like sharing my birthday with you guys, so I appreciate y'all, man. We love the live chat. We know what the Steeler Nation is. We know what the chat generals is. We appreciate it.
And like the homie Big B say, we touched by God.
That's right. That's right.
I'm making a sign that says that, Big B. I'm making a sign.
You need to, man. It's the truth. Yeah. God touched us to be a Steeler fan. He don't touch everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Big B, we got a special old West Virginia country boy way we take the show out. I'm gonna let Shannon take us out. You will hear how it goes down, and we'll see everybody next Wednesday on Pump Your Brakes.
This is a special birthday edition.